This is the QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studio on Kariba Avenue, and I am Andy Kema. Thanks for joining us. Here are the headlines. The Vice President Mohammed B.S. Jallow, the Ministers of Justice, Fisheries, Lands and Energy respectively, and other ministers appeared before lawmakers on Wednesday to answer questions on various matters. The preliminary report of the Gambia 2024 Population and Housing Census was unveiled by the Vice President Mohammed B.S. Jallow on Wednesday. As they vie to become the next Secretary General of the Commonwealth, the three declared candidates, one of whom is the Gambia's current Foreign Affairs Minister, Dr. Mamadou Tangara, debated each other in front of an audience at Chatham House in London. The Office of National Security and Partners commenced a 5-day forum on Tuesday to develop a standard operating procedure for the Gambia security sector's coordination. In sports news, Hearts Football Academy became the first team from Lower River Region and the first ever team from the provinces to gain promotion to the Gambia Football Federation's First Division. Those were the headlines, and now look at the stories in detail. If you're just tuning in, this is QTV News. The Vice President Mohammed B.S. Jallow, the Ministers of Justice, Fisheries, Lands and Energy respectively, and other ministers appeared before lawmakers on Wednesday to answer questions on various matters relating to their ministries. Osman Jada has more.
As part of parliamentary scrutiny, the Vice President and 6 ministers appeared before the National Assembly in a sometimes heated and dramatic session.
Can you repeat the question? Can they repeat that question, Mr. Speaker?
As the checks and balances unfolded, lawmakers demanded answers on a range of pressing issues, from government expenditures to policy executions and failures. Vice President Mohammed B.S. Jallow was asked by the member for Lower Badibo about the President's promise to provide tractors to farmers.
I wish to inform this August Assembly that the Minister of Agriculture has launched the procurement process for the purchase of the 180 tractors promised by His Excellency the President, and all the phases are concluded except the contract signature.
VP Jallow was further asked to explain the purpose and outcome of his recent visit to neighboring Senegal.
Is to strengthen the existing relationship between the two countries and to further address challenges in the implementation of bilateral agreements. The visit focused on defense and security, fisheries, Senegal Government Permanent Secretariat, Millennium Challenge Comprehension Compact, and Economic, Commercial and Investment Forum. However, the outcome of the visit includes agreement to implement the bilateral agreements through the Senegal Government Permanent Secretariat, incorporation of the Gambia in the proposed regional compact Senegal is undertaking under the Millennium Challenge Corporation, fisheries cooperation on capacity building and laboratory service, security cooperation on capacity building, joint border control, patrol.
The Minister of Fisheries and Water Resources, Musa Drame, was asked by the Honourable Member for Sami constituency to update the Parliament on the drilling of boreholes in his village.
All villages throughout the country should be supplied with water by my ministry when the requisite budget is allocated. However, all these villages cannot have a standalone system. As such, some of them would have to be clustered to share a system.
However, some MPs were not satisfied with the response of the Fisheries Minister. Here is the reaction of Honourable Seni Jawara, National Assembly Member for Lower Salem constituency.
We are representing our people. But if ministers come here, there's our tribal members giving us short answers without any relevance. That means it's not a respect to us, Honourable Speaker. We are in charge of sitting on these chairs to represent our people.
Deputy Speaker Sidi Eskenjai intervened to calm the heated atmosphere.
So ministers giving whether 30 seconds answer or 1 hour answer, there is no limit for it. Limitation only comes in when we are asking a supplementary questions and they are responding to supplementary questions.
As the clock struck midday, the spotlight was on the Minister of Lands, Hamad Nkeba. Minister Ba could not satisfy the strong appetite of lawmakers who were curious to know the allowances being paid to local government councillors, who the minister had earlier explained do not receive salaries.
Elected people in this country don't have salaries. That is sad. And they carry responsibilities close to equal to some of you sitting in this august body. And they have no salaries. This is why I'm saying we are reviewing the entire process. And then there is need to amend some of these acts. So we want to do it holistically and look at it and do the rightful thing to advance the cause of justice.
The Energy and Petroleum Minister, Nani Juara, was questioned by Honorable Asan Toure, member for Bakau constituency, to explain the reason behind constant power load shedding and to highlight how his ministry is responding to the energy ongoing crisis.
This infrastructure has aged and therefore inadequate to evacuate and offload the required energy and connected loads effectively and efficiently without incidents. In addition, a significant number of generating plants are being shut down for scheduled routine and breakdown maintenance activities.
Amidst public debate and analysis on the 2024 draft constitution, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dauda Ejala, was asked by MPs to explain why the 2024 draft constitution did not follow due process of consultations and the reason for the omission of certain clauses.
Well, there are different consultations at different levels. For the political parties, they were brought together and they went through the document and they discussed issues that they don't agree with in the document. And this consultation, at least for the political parties, culminated into a convergence in Abuja. And there was a report that came out of that consultation.
National Assembly members also voted for the corrections, amendment and approval of the sittings of Tuesday, 10th September 2024. Sessions of the third ordinary session of the 2024 legislative year are expected to continue till September 27th. Osman Jata reporting for QTV News.
This preliminary report of the Gambia 2024 Population and Housing Census was unveiled by the Vice President of the Gambia, Mohamed B.S. Jallow, at an event attended by Cabinet Minister and cross-section of stakeholders. Alhaji Lamin Fanding Dabo was there and he filed this report.
This preliminary report will provide an insight into the Gambia's population demographic, social and economic characteristics, and household and housing characteristics. The report provides an evidence-based data that will help central and local governments plan for services such as education, health, housing, sanitation, and other social services. Nyakasi MB Sanyang is the Gambia Statistician General.
As we release the preliminary results of the Gambia Population and Housing Census 2024, I encourage all stakeholders, policymakers, researchers, and the general public to engage with this data. Let us use the information to drive positive changes, foster development, and build a brighter future for the Gambia.
The data collected also provides a fundamental basis for policy making, development planning, and resource allocation. Sidi Keita is the Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs.
I encourage all stakeholders to leverage this data to drive meaningful progress and development. Let us continue to work together to harness this valuable information for betterment of our nation. As they say, the new gold is data, or data is the new gold.
Carl Frederick Paul, the United Nations country representative, applauded the Gambia government, partners and stakeholders for their contribution to the realization of this historic first-ever digital census.
As we unveil these findings, let us remember that behind every statistic is a human story, a dream waiting to be realized, an aspiration waiting to be concretized. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that these aspirations and dreams find fertile ground to flourish.
The 2024 National Population and Housing Census will help the government interventions outlined in the country's recovery-focused National Development Plan and towards achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Here is Mohamed B.S. Jallo, the Vice President of the Gambia.
The value of this census cannot be overstated. It will inform decision-making across sectors, from education and healthcare to infrastructure development and social protection. It will guide the way and manner the resources are allocated to improve the livelihoods of our citizens, address poverty, and ensure that no one is left behind. I wish to take this opportunity to commend the National Statistics Council, staff of the Gambia Bureau of Statistics, the enumerators, and all those who work tirelessly in every corner of our country to ensure the success of this monumental task.
After the release of these preliminary results, the Gambia Bureau of Statistics is expected to complete and successfully launch the final 2024 National Population and Housing Census Report. For QTV News, I am Lamin Alai Fandindawo.
We will now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have more local and sports news stories. Do stay tuned.
Indian Institute of Hardware Technology Gambia Limited, one of the leading ICT training institution in the Gambia, enjoy a 30% discount on all programs' tuition fees if you enroll before the 10th of September 2024. Our program will start in September 2024. Our offered courses: Diploma in Introduction to Information Technology, Diploma in Database Admin, Advanced Diploma in Software Development, Diploma in Technical Support, Diploma in Multimedia, Diploma in Cybersecurity. We also offer Cisco Certified Network Administration (CCNA), Cisco Certified Network Professional (CCNP) courses. Enroll today. Call us at 7001-968. Visit our website www.iihdgambia.gm. Connecting talent to opportunity.
Q Money and Orange Money has just made money transfer easier. Now you can send money from Gambia to Senegal directly from your Q Money wallet. So what are you waiting for? Get your Q Money account now and start sending money to your friends and families through Orange Money in Senegal now. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to the future of transportation in the Gambia. The Bertel-Harding Highway, a 22-kilometer double carriageway, is set to revolutionize travel and connectivity in our beloved country. The Bertel-Harding Highway is transforming transportation in the Gambia with new roundabouts and vehicular overpasses. But safety must come first. Standing along the road or at roundabouts to flag down taxis creates unsafe conditions and unnecessary traffic jams. Remember, always board taxis at designated taxi garages or the garas located at major traffic points. Drivers stopping in no stopping zones will be penalized. Let's keep our roads clear and safe. Together, we can ensure a safe and efficient journey for all.
Welcome back, and this is QTV News. As they vie to become the next Secretary General of the Commonwealth, the three declared candidates, one of whom is the Gambia's current Foreign Affairs Minister, Dr. Mamadou Tangara, debated each other in front of an audience in Chatham House in London. Lolly M. Kamara tells us more.
The current Secretary General, Patricia Scotland, who has held the post since 2016, is nearing the end of her second four-year term and will not be seeking re-election. Aside from the Gambia's Dr. Tangara, the other candidates are Sherry Bochwe from Ghana and Joshua Septipa of Lesotho. Each candidate brings a unique perspective and experience to the table, making for a diverse and competitive race. Moderated by renowned broadcaster Zainab Badawi, the candidates representing various regions of the Commonwealth laid out their plans to strengthen and revitalize the intergovernmental organization.
If I become Secretary General, I will not be a Secretary General that will be vibrating above the heads of member states. And I will work closely with the Board of Governors because it's the Commonwealth of Nations and we all have our ideas. The first thing to do is to take stock of the situation, do a SWOT analysis and see how best we can make the organization a relevant one, a force for good, a network where we can leverage on the opportunities in the Commonwealth.
Today, there are multiple configurations. You've got the G20, you've got the G7, you've got BRICS, and in each one of them, there's a Commonwealth member, which means that around the table, the Commonwealth has influence in almost every forum globally, and that is what I would tap into.
Secretariat is not a big organization, and therefore it necessarily has to work hand in hand with the Commonwealth of Learning, the Foundation, the CPA, and other affiliated organizations. It also has to go beyond to work with UN, WTO, the FAO, other UN organizations, because for all these organizations, whether it's the G77 or any of these organizations, they have members who are Commonwealth members as well. And therefore, the interest of these member countries need necessarily to come to these organizations through the Commonwealth.
Africa makes up more than a third of the Commonwealth's 56 member states, and the 3 declared candidates are from Africa. It had been thought that the regional blocs would put up a single candidate. However, the appearance of candidates from 2 West African states, Ghana and the Gambia, shows that such an agreement was not reached. The candidates addressed various issues, including climate change, migration, and human rights. They also addressed the challenges faced by the Commonwealth, such as maintaining unity among its 56 culturally and linguistically diverse member countries, covering a population of 2.7 billion people, and adapting to the changing global landscape. The debate concluded with each candidate reaffirming their commitment to serve the Commonwealth and its people. The vote for the next Secretary General will take place in the coming weeks, and the winner will take on the responsibility of leading the organization into a new era. For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamara.
The Office of National Security, in collaboration with the Geneva Center for Security Sector Governance, DCAF, commenced a 5-day forum to develop a standard operating procedure, SOP, for the Gambia security sector's coordination. Lamin Alhaji Funding Dabo again.
The Gambia National Security Sector Coordination Model aims to provide a framework that will ensure protection and provide optimal safety and security delivery in the country. A standard operating procedure SOP is a set of instructions that outline how to complete tasks or processes in a consistent way. SOPs are used to ensure that tasks are completed in accordance with a sector's regulations, standards, and organizational policies. The National Security Advisor, Abubakar Suleiman Jeng, highlights the significance of having a standard operating procedure to enhance the work of the country's security sector.
It is a given that security operations must be intelligence-led, and any successful operation rests on a well-planned, coordinated, and executed approach informed by a well-developed security coordination model that is envisioned for this country. Therefore, the objective of this workshop remains focused to develop a model that will not only stand the test of time, but serve as a blueprint for other countries as well.
DCAF has been an important player in the security sector reform (SSR) process in the Gambia since 2017. Ken Isaac, head of DICAF's country office, renews DICAF's commitment and support towards the implementation of the country's SSR process and outlines some of the activities implemented by DICAF.
We have provided capacity building support to security institutions, especially the Gambia Police Force and the Gambia Immigration Department, under the Swiss-funded project. And where we can, we extend to the wider security apparatus.
The technical working group is drawn from all the security institutions and stakeholders to provide a standard operating procedure to coordinate national security sector operations and activities. Superintendent Fatunjai from the Gambia Prison Service is a participant and a member of the technical working group.
Advice I have for my colleagues out there is discipline. For us to be disciplined, as we are public figures and we are public servants, we have to be respectful, we have to be disciplined, we have to be committed.
Serem Modunjai is the Gambia's Minister of Defense.
I encourage each one of you to approach this workshop with an open mind and a willingness to embrace change. Take advantage of the knowledge shared here, engage with your peers, ask questions, and most importantly, apply what you will learn from this session.
It is anticipated that there will be constructive and fruitful discussions during the forum, and the discussions made will inform future strategies and interventions, as well as address gaps to improve tactical, operational, and strategic capabilities of the security sector. For QTV News, I am Lamin Alaifandindabo.
We'll now take a look at the latest in sports. Hearts Football Academy became the first team from Lower River region and the first ever team from the provinces to gain promotion to the Gambia Football Federation First Division. Our sports reporter Amadou Tamba tells us more about these history makers.
It was in the town of Jarasoma on February the 23rd, 2016 that a new club named Hearts was formed by a young teacher, Bakari Balde. The club would go on to create history by becoming the first team from the provinces to break into the top tier of Gambian football. The Jarasoma-based side did so after 2 seasons in the second division and gained promotion to the top division after finishing second in 18-team league. Balde, a teacher by profession, was passionate but struggled to finance this team, which started out as Peace Football Club before changing it to Hearts FC, as they have a similar club with the same name in the UK. Although his face may not be familiar, QTV viewers should recognize Bakari Balde's voice as the channel's LRR correspondent. Hearts has a women and men's team. The women's team first secured a place in the second division, while the men's team participated in the junior leagues, Nawetan, then to the LRR third division, sealing the title and a place in the second division. Hearts sailed through to the first division after finishing second in the second division last season, finishing second behind eventual champions Hawks. Bakari Balde, the founder and president of the club, explains what motivated him to keep going.
My aim was to take these kids out of the street and put them into something that is very, very meaningful. So as a professional teacher, I realized that it's not only in the classroom that I can impact children's life, but even outside the classroom. And I thought of sports, especially football.
The Jarasoma-based club had a quick progression. After 8 years of existence, they will now rub shoulders with top clubs in the country. Here is Mr. Balde again.
This is a day where rain kept coming. It was pouring like what. But these fans never moved even an inch. They were all standing there to see Heart to the first division. I called my coach and I called some of the players. I told them that, look at these innocent fans. They are just here for you. You see the heavy rain and they don't move. This game must be a win game.
Club President Balde was excited to have 4 of his players selected to the pre-under-20 national squad following their performance in the league, which brought excitement to the team and its fans. Mr. Balde warned that all teams going to Soma will not get it easy, as his club will compete to maintain their status as a first division team and go for the title when the opportunity arises.
They would tell me that Real de Banjul is coming here, Birkama is coming here, Marimo, and those big clubs that they have been hearing, they have never seen them. And they will have that opportunity now, seeing even national players.
In addition to the men's senior team, Hearts also have under-9, under-13, under-15 and a girls team. The people of Soma and its surrounding communities anxiously await the start of the first division season, where, for the first time, they will be represented by a team from their town. The success of Hearts FC is sure to push other teams from the provinces to aspire to play in the country's top division. For QTV News, Amadou Tamba.
Well, congratulations to Hearts Football Academy, and we wish them the very best of luck in the first division. That's all we have for you in this bulletin. Join us at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Thanks for watching.